to the Crossome Wrestling Entertainment Podcast.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode number 26.
Woo!
Almost to 30. We're going to have to do something special for 30.
Oh, you know it.
Crossome.
Maybe a giveaway?
We could see what we can work out. I know a couple people. I know the host personally, so we can see what happens. Of Crossome Wrestling Entertainment. So, let's jump right in here. And don't forget, we are streaming on Facebook, YouTube at the Bard and Cross Entertainment YouTube channel. On Twitch as TBard5195. And you can find us anywhere on your favorite podcast platform. And just a quick reminder, we are not a market substitute for AEW's Dynamite. Please go watch Dynamite live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT Network. With that being said, what do you say? Let's hop into the action as you see there on your screen with the opening bout of Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston. And I'm just going to say, oh boy, before we even get started. A feud that started way back in Chicago. I'm sorry, in the Casino Battle Royale last May at Double or Nothing, wrote its last chapter in the night's opening match as Eddie Kingston battled Lance Archer. Kingston targeted the legs and then the ribs early on, systematically picking the Murder Hawk Madman apart from the opening bell. Archer fought back and delivered a sickening chokeslam out of the ring onto the apron and down to the floor below. Archer looked for the blackout, but Kingston wiggled free, only to fall prey to a ripcord chokeslam. Not going for the cover. I'm sorry?
It was so well done, too.
Yes, absolutely. Not going for the cover earned the attention of Jim Ross, who criticized overconfidence. Butcher and Blade appeared with a prone Jake the Snake Roberts distracting Archer. Bunny snuck in, handed Kingston a knuckle buster, then watched as Eddie blasted Archer for the come from behind victory. After the match, Butcher and Blade dropped Archer with their finisher, then held him for a triumphant Kingston to deliver a spinning back fist. The heel stood tall with the Murder Hawk Madman laid battered in the middle of the ring. I said, oh boy, before we even started this, because this was one hell of a slobber knocker, as Jim Ross would say. Tyler, what do you think of this contest?
Mixed reactions, because I enjoy both of these guys. One, I thought the match was too short. I don't think Eddie Kingston needs a distraction to defeat this man. But ultimately it leads to more storyline. The spinning back fist was nasty, as you can see on your screen if you watch us live here on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube. Wow, what a smack. He absolutely hit him dead with those knuckle dusters because of the help of the lovely and beautiful Bunny giving the assist. So was it a good match? Absolutely. There are some things I definitely would have changed, but I did enjoy it overall.
Okay. I got you. There was a couple of moments in there that I could agree we could have done without, but I enjoyed it as a match. I think
two really good guys in the ring. They both can go really well.
I think the cheating just more adds to the Kingston being the bad guy in this match. Like they had to solidify that in a sense, and that's what did it.
Okay, it makes sense. We know what Kingston is capable of, and I guess as an outside of kayfabe opinion, we know that he doesn't need to cheat to win.
Okay, I got you. It makes sense. So great opening contest again. Not following the formula of tag team matches, but they got to it in the second match as Mr. Bard takes us away.
We had the Varsity Blondes versus Chris Jericho and MJF. John Moxley, before the match, put over his 6-man tag team match next week, where he teams with Rey Fenix and Pac to battle Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers in a pre-taped promo, which was awesome, by the way. He talked about all the things he loves, and the hilarious part that had me dying is he loves to have sex in the morning because he likes to start his day with a good thing. I was like, oh, wow, okay, random, but fantastic. Good for you, Moxley. Good for you, Renee. We understand where the baby's coming from. And Sting and Darby Allin also embraced the Hoodlum label ahead of their street fight against Team Taz's Ricky Starks and Brian Cage at Retribution before this match. smashing a few windows in a random warehouse. Back to the arena, though. Chris Jericho and MJF made their way down to the ring for their match with the Varsity Blondes, Brian Pillman Jr. and Griff Garrison. The scarf-wearing loudmouth insulted Garrison and paid for it early, but the heels slowed their opponent's momentum and seized control of the match during the commercial break by isolating Pillman. The babyfaces fought back into the match as we came back from the timeout. As Pillman built momentum, he scaled the ropes and launched himself off directly into the Judas effect. I was trying to get a picture of that. I could not find one. Oh boy, he fell right into that Judas effect from Jericho. Champion added a beautiful lion salt for the win after the match, smiling into the camera. They stood tall, but the tenseness between MJF and Sammy Guevara remained apparent. I loved this moment right here with Chris pinning Pillman because I don't know if you saw any of the heat last week on Twitter, Noah, but people were making fun of Jericho for almost botching a lion salt. The lion salt was completely unneeded this week, but he said, "Hey, haters, watch this," and hit an absolute gorgeous lion salt this week. And then looked into the camera, smiled, lifted the leg, 1, 2, 3. We all know wrestling is not fake, it's scripted. Pillman was like, do it.
Yep. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You show him who's the boss. And this man, Chris Jericho will go down, in my opinion, top 5 greatest wrestlers of all time because of what he's been able to do in WWE and how he's transcended wrestling into being a household name who everyone knows their name if they hear it. They don't have to know all about wrestling, but everyone knows who Chris frickin' Jericho is. And I think this was another match where he proved he still got it. And, he has his matches with guys like Luther where it's a little gross and groggy and not great. But this match, he showed he can still go in the ring. I don't think we're going to see him gone anytime soon. Loved this match. One of my favorite guys right now in wrestling, besides obviously the main stable guys, is Griff Garrison. So I'm very excited to see Griff Garrison getting a lot of TV time along with Pillman. We'll see where it goes from here. But Noah, what did you think?
Oh, no, I agree with you 100%. It's good to see these guys getting TV time. I'm excited to see where this might lead for them. Maybe they'll be doing some bigger spots, maybe getting some more matches, more time on our screens. I really enjoyed the Jericho moment at the end there. That was freaking hilarious. You always love it when someone just gets the little edge in there, and it adds to the heeliness of Jericho as well, right? So that's always great. But yeah, it was a good thing, and we know that AEW has a very good tag team formula. So. Not surprised to see amazing bouts there. And there, the smile says it all. Picture says
smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave.
They certainly killed it. Next up, we have Cody Rhodes, who responds to Shaquille O'Neal. After Shaquille O'Neal issued a challenge earlier in the night on Bleacher Report's AEW Dynamite Awards, Cody Rhodes hit the ring to the spot to respond to the NBA champion's words. He said he would rather pitch Cody and Brandy versus Shaq and Jade Cargill, but instead he will defer to Coach Arn Anderson for where he fits in on the Revolution card. Anderson rambled for a bit before Red Velvet joined the festivities. She laid down the gauntlet challenging Cargill and Shaq to a mixed tag team match. I mean, okay.
Yeah, exactly. This is TNT saying we need to do what WWE did and involve our sports with our wrestling. And it is good for both parties, for all parties involved. It is a good thing because it gets people who maybe don't watch basketball to tune in and watch some basketball. And it's good for people who don't watch wrestling, which is probably a bigger majority, to tune in and watch wrestling. When you see a guy like Shaquille O'Neal being interested in what Cody Rhodes has going on, calling out, who's Cody Rhodes? Who's Cody? How many people do you think went and Googled Cody Rhodes? Who the hell is he talking about? So it gets viewership, even though viewership for the first time in a long time was down this week. It really, I think this is only going to help over hurt these guys. I'm pretty excited to see where it goes from here. I don't expect anything massive out of this. I expect a few big spots from Shaq where maybe he choke slams Cody or puts him in a head vice or something like that. But that's going to be the most I expect out of this. But overall, I'm optimistic that it could be something exciting.
Definitely. I'm optimistic as well. We'll see where it goes. It's always fun to see a guy like Shaq on the screen, no matter what capacity he has.
You were at the Mania where he entered the Andre, right? Where he was in the Andre the Giant over the top rope battle memorial thing, whatever they call it, the longest name in wrestling history.
That was 30, though, right? I wasn't at 30.
Oh, okay. So you missed that one.
Yeah.
It was also on the pre-show. So like half of the audience was still in the parking lot.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that people still get excited for Shaq though, because he's just a massive.
I'd like to see Shaq. And he's funny.
Yeah.
I think Shaq's just great to watch.
He's very funny. Even just his interaction with Brandy, that was great. So hopefully they can do some more of that.
For sure.
But there was some interesting, a very interesting name here. Ryan Nemeth going up against Hangman Page. You know the background of this man?
I don't. I was going to actually give you this one.
Yeah, so Hangman Page versus Ryan Nemeth. Ryan Nemeth, the brother of WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler, made his Dynamite debut as he battled Hangman Page in singles competition. You know what? Just looking at him right now, I see it. There it is. I can see it. I can see it in the face. They're definitely related. Hollywood hunk shot for a single leg takedown, but Page anticipated it and blocked. Nemeth still managed to earn control and work over the former AEW Tag Team Champion in time for Matt Hardy, of all people, to appear at ringside. Page fought back, however, delivering a sliding clothesline for 2. Nemeth answered with a spiked DDT reminiscent of his brother. Nemeth tried for a German suplex, but Page landed on his feet and rocked him with a discus punch. One traditional clothesline gave way to a buckshot lariat, and Page earned the victory. Is Hardy, though, trying to recruit Hangman is the big point. First, before we answer that question, Noah, Nemeth, round of applause. That was a great first showing on AEW television. It is good to see a guy like Nemeth getting a push. I am, at least. I don't know how Noah still feels about him. I am a big fan of Dolph Ziggler. So to see I know. To see a person like Nemeth getting a push here, this is exciting. We've seen him appear with Dolph a few times in like YouTube videos and things like that. So it is nice to see some up and coming getting some pushing here. Here, you happy? Everyone who hates Sting so much, are you happy? Look, new people. Look, he's just a WWE brother. Yeah, I know you're going to be upset about everything. It's okay. We'll get you an ice cream after the show.
Oh God.
I'm sorry, I had to. But this is what I'm more interested in. This Matt Hardy angle. Is Hardy trying to recruit Page now? He already denied the Dark Order on the week that we missed. I don't know if you saw that. That was hilarious, the segment with Dark Order after the match ended. They won the match, and they're like, all right, Hangman, are you ready to join the team? And he goes, well, I can't. And then like all this confetti came raining down, and it was like, Hangman joins the Dark Order. And they're like, wait, what? And they sent like the like mariachi band back into the back. It was just beautiful. But it looks like everyone wants Hangman to be a part of their faction. Is this going to become a recurring theme? And if so, who's next?
I think Hangman I think Hangman just needs to focus on himself right now.
Yeah, obviously. But, is this going to be a storyline?
Of him just trying to get recruited everywhere?
Every week, maybe someone new comes out.
I mean, we're going to run out eventually, but I could totally see it. Like he's the number 1 draft pick or like, the MVP or whatever. Like everyone wants Hangman to be their buddy. Or
Dark Order, Private Party.
So you're even saying just tag teams, like everyone.
Everyone's looking for a favor. I mean, once he joins it, they become a faction. The New Day's a faction. There's more than 2. They're a faction. Okay. So that is... I think it looks like this is the recurring theme where he's going to have to prove that he is a singles wrestler, because it seems that everyone thinks he's only good for one thing, and it's being a tag team wrestler.
Okay, I could totally see it. I think it'd be something fun. It would shake it up a little bit, and it would maybe give us direction on where Hangman might be heading. Yeah, and whenever there's a faction, that usually means there's got to be a bit of a falling out. So
exactly.
Storyline, but one faction that does not have any falling out is Clovercrest Media. So please enjoy these ads here as we take it to a commercial break.
Clovercrest Media Group presents A CMG podcast. Keys to the city.
Keys to the city, baby. When you see us, so you know.
Crossed up by Kobe, little floated to Shaq, and then Shaq goes like this, and the rest is history. Pay attention. Don't tell me what to do, devil woman. But speaking of those Lakers, hold on. But I didn't make I said Denver's gonna win. Yeah, you did. You said that. There's no other show like that. Clovercrest is doing great things right now.
Streaming every.
When I was 12 years old, I became a Jack Nicholson superfan. This happened almost overnight on an evening in February 1997 when I first saw The Shining.
Here's Johnny.
In those 20 plus years, I never stopped being a Jack superfan.
I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Get ready for You Don't Know Jack, hosted by me. Subscribe today on your favorite podcast platform.
I would just like to point out that a few weeks ago, Jace said that Mac Jones was garbage.
Hurry up here for Alabama. Play action. Mac Jones wants it all. Long ball, man there. Got him. Mechie, touchdown.
I'm not sold on Mac Jones.
In the red zone, Alabama with 3 minutes and change remaining in the half. Jones fires to the corner. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Alabama.
Yes, and we are also wanting to tell you all that, remember, we are streaming here on Twitch. So remember that you can see some other content here as well. Maybe you'll see Noah and I playing some WWE or AEW based games in the future. Who knows? But for now, enjoy this clip of what you could expect currently on our Twitch channel.
Kyle and I. Okay, stay alive, Charlie. Stay alive. Stay alive. Just take your time. If you got to start jumping to keep yourself, do the slow jump. You'll keep yourself alive longer.
Who was that? Was that you, Meg?
Yes.
Oh, I died.
No!
It's okay. One of you
Alright,
win.
Kyle, me and you. We'll get the 7th win right now.
Unicorn still holding on.
Alright. They're gonna take each other out, Kyle.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, there's a dino.
Alright, Kyle, me and you, bud. Let's see what we got.
Cheers.
Alright!
Nice.
7 personal wins today. That is insane. That is definitely the most I have ever had on.
Yes, definitely a fun atmosphere over on Twitch. Thank you all for who have already followed and subscribed. We're up to 68 subscribers now and 117 followers. You guys have been an incredible audience to us, and we appreciate guys like Roomba Fiesta right here, who just the other day gifted 10 subs on the channel like an absolute beast. Thank you for joining us for the podcast today, Aiden. We love to see you here.
Absolutely. And that takes us back into the action here. But we want to remind you again to please remember we are not a market substitute for AEW's Dynamite. Please go watch AEW Dynamite live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TNT Network.
And before you get into this match, can I just say,
this was unbelievably great. Obviously,
so good.
Obviously, it was great, and I heard a lot of rumblings on Twitter and such that people were just raving about it. So
insane. Like, you'll all understand once we talk about it.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So here we go. Let's jump into this one here. As Luchasaurus sat ringside, handcuffed to Cash Wheeler and Tully Blanchard as Jungle Boy battled Dax Hardwood in singles competition, hell-bent on ensuring a fair and even match. With Michael Son also at ringside, it certainly felt like that was the match we would receive. Back and forth action to start before Hardwood exploded into the corner, missing his opponent and crashing over first into the ring post. Jungle Boy immediately looked for an armbar, but Dax rocked him with an uppercut. Hardwood dominated the action during the picture-in-picture break, grounding Jungle Boy and worked an old-school headlock. Jungle Boy fought back and delivered a super kick, but Hardwood answered back with a hard right halt to the momentum of his opponent. Dax delivered a slingshot Liger bomb for 2 as Wheeler and Blanchard watched nervously ringside. And we're just getting started here, folks. Jungle Boy broke free of a full Nelson, delivered a backstabber, and followed with a consecutive German suplexes. He delivered a big clothesline and scaled the ropes, and then Hardwood met him up there. But the babyface fended off and delivered a cross body. Dex countered and held the tights, only for Jungle Boy to reverse and hold the heel's tights in a bit of karma. Near falls and reversals gave way to Jungle Boy applying the STF for the win as Luchasaurus prevented Tully and Wheeler from interfering. Cash sent power in the eyes of Luchasaurus and joined Hardwood for a beatdown of Jungle Boy. They then handcuffed Luchasaurus and de-honored his mask, threatening to cut Jungle Boy's hair before Marco Stunt and Top Flight made the save. And Tyler put this note here in the script. 1,000% accurate. Wow, great match. Unbelievable contest here. So freaking good. And I don't know. I mean, the ending was a little surprising to me. Tyler, what'd you think?
Oh, incredible match. This STF, first, he had the cripple crossface in, and it wasn't quite getting the job done. So then he hooked the arm and went back in for the STF. And, oh, boy, that looked painful. And it did not take long for Dax to tap out once he got that STF in. Jungle Boy has proven that once he is done with this tag team action, that he is ready to be one of the top singles wrestlers in AEW. And I am excited for it. And two of my favorite guys right now, I mentioned them earlier, Griff Garrison and Jungle Boy. They are two of my favorite wrestlers right now. And for a moment, can we just appreciate Jungle Boy's new entrance theme? He's entering to, I think it's Tarzan Boy is the name of the actual song he's entering to. And the whole crowd, the whole time, is just singing along. It's like a Jericho entrance. This is what I love to see. In this moment right here, where they handcuffed Luchasaurus to the ring ropes and went to cut his horns off. They literally cut the horns off of Luchasaurus masks, and then they went to cut Jungle Boy's hair. Was, again, a great storytelling. I think currently, Noah, that this is one of the greater storylines going right now between these two tag teams. And I am very excited to see where it goes from here. They are definitely going to be clashing next week on during that battle royal.
Oh, yes. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%.
This battle royal, that is.
Yes, and we'll get to that and our preview of next week. But I agree with 1,000%. Great match here, and that's going to bring us into some women's action. If Mr. Bard won't take it away.
Oh, yes, we had Shanna versus the Dr. Britt Baker. Dr. Britt Baker sought to elevate her status in the hunt for the AEW Women's Championship hunt. To do so, she would have to send Shanna's 5-match win streak. She would have to end it, rather, excuse me. Intense and aggressive, she was anything but fazed by that goal. Shanna, though, she fought back and fired off a pair of arm drags and missed baseball slide thanks to interference from Rebel, helped the Doctor wrestle control of the match away from her opponent. A sling blade on the floor had Baker rolling into the commercial. Shanna, though, fought back into the match after the break, rocking Baker with a clothesline that stunned the Good Doctor. Baker recovered and seamlessly maneuvered her way into the crucifix roll-up. A fisherman suplex followed before Baker grabbed the medical glove from Rebel. Before she could use it, Shanna fought her off and set up for the Tiger suplex. Rebel, though, hopping up on the apron, providing just enough of a distraction for Baker to deliver the lockjaw for a submission win. The heels would then beat down Shanna again until Thunder Rosa came out to make the save to put over their match that they're going to be having next week at Beach Break. Thunder Rosa versus Dr. Britt Baker. This was good contest because these were two women who have proven themselves in this business so far that they are able to go in the ring. And I actually really enjoyed the match. I didn't really know Shanna that much. I don't watch that much AEW Dark. I will tune in, but she was on a 5-match win streak that was then crushed by Dr. Britt Baker and her cheating ways. So, you know, good match, good storytelling, and it set up an incredible storyline for this match that we're going to be seeing next week.
For sure. I agree with you 100%. It was a great match, great contest. I love seeing both of them in the ring, especially Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and the superstar that she is. We just need to get that AEW Women's Championship around her waist. Please, for the love of everything, just do it. Yeah, she's the top, if you ask me. Anywho, that brings us into our main event of the evening.
Oh boy!
Oh my gosh! Look at the amount of people and the amount of star power we're gonna get in this match.
Oh yeah,
we saw the Dark
Johnny
Order.
Hungy.
As we saw the Dark Order take on the Young Bucks and the Good Brothers. What a combo there.
The AEW World Tag Team Champs and the Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champs in the ring at the same time, fighting together.
Craziness.
Oh, love it.
Before the match, MJF caught up with Sammy Guevara and tried to smooth things over with him after Wardlow interfered in last week's main event. The Spanish God claimed to see right, though, the act, to which MJF issued a discomforting warning. We'll see where that one plays out. But let's hop into the action. Prior to the main event, the Young Bucks expressed excitement to be teaming with the Good Brothers, but only if Don Callis stayed out of the way. This brought Kenny Omega into the picture, as well as Callis, who claimed Matt and Nick Jackson assaulted him. The Bucks and Good Brothers made their way to the ring for their match, and the Dark Order's Evil Uno, Stu Grayson, Alex Reynolds, and John Silver. Unfazed by size differential, Silver expressed his desire to square off with Doc Gallows. You're just going to do this the whole time, aren't you?
Every time you say it.
A brief exchange gave way to Reynolds bumping around for Matt and Nick, and then Gallows and Anderson as the Bullet Club stood tall. Back from the break, Grayson rocked Nick with a big boot, and Silver tagged in. He exploded into the match, rocking Nick with a kick and delivering a cannonball to Matt. A brainbuster to Nick back in the ring earned the near fall. Evil Uno entered the match and tried a senton only to miss. He recovered, joined Grayson in a fatality that would have won it for his team had the action not broke down. Anderson, Nick, and Gallows delivered a triple power bomb to Silver on the apron, mind you. Uno and Reynolds. A quadruple super kick gave way to the Meltzer driver to Grayson as the heels picked up the win. After the match, Matt revealed that the winner of the Tag Team Battle Royale will earn a title shot at Revolution. They are in the match, and if they win, they get to handpick anyone to face at the next pay-per-view. They teased it being the Good Brothers before Rey Fenix hit the ring. The Luchador ate a beatdown, but Moxley hit the ring. A Tupe con hilo by Phoenix wiped out the Good Brothers, allowing Moxley to down a charging Kenny Omega with a paradigm shift and stand tall to close the show. Bro, this last few moments here of this show were just let's slow down. AEW, pump the brakes, but please keep going at the pace you're going, because good Lord, it was so good.
It was so good. Like, that was an incredible segment with these guys. I love this still picture I found of Kenny getting hit with the paradigm shift. What a sell, first off. Made John Moxley look like an absolute savage. So absolutely, I am excited to see what happens next week, because next week sets up a lot of storylines.
Oh, yes, it does. And that's going to bring us to our preview of next week's show. As we see the Tag Team Battle Royale for the championship match possibility against the Young Bucks. Included in this so far: Top Flight, Jurassic Express, Private Party, FTR. All three teams of the Inner Circle. So obviously they're splitting into teams of two. Dark Order, the Acclaimed, Young Bucks, and if they win, they get to choose their own opponents. Very excited for that.
I am very excited for that.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be good stuff. It's going to be good stuff.
Who are you thinking you got for that, bud? Ooh, we got to make picks. It's a super.
Oh, this is right.
Pay-per-view caliber event.
Thank you. I almost jumped the gun there. Ooh, this is a tough one. There's a lot of really good star power in here, but I am going to say a team that is not on this list. In the likes of a combo of Rey Fenix,
ooh,
and John Moxley.
Well, no, that you can't though, because they have a match later.
Oh, that's true. They're on the card later. Well, who cares?
If you think, God, this is going to kick this night off. You think they're going to do it? Great, but
all right, never mind. I'll change my pick. If it's not them, the Young Bucks are winning and picking their opponents.
No, that isn't the easy pick, and I'm not surprised you made that. So I am going to fight you on that. and go with Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus.
Oh, I love it.
I love off that win, and I hope it is like a move where these two are down to the end, and it looks like the Bucks win, and Jungle Boy just takes someone out over the top rope.
Ooh, okay.
Oh God, I need it. It's time. After last week, after this moment, it's time.
I love it.
But yeah, we do have this as well.
That brings us to the wedding of Kip Saban and Penelope Ford. All right, next.
Anyways, moving on.
We will have some more action here as we get to see Britt Baker accompanied by Reba versus Thunder Rosa, as we talked about earlier in the night. Excited for this one to see Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker go at it. I hope this continues to allow Britt Baker to keep climbing up there, and hopefully again soon. Let's get her in a damn championship picture for the
Thunder Rosa winning this match.
Oh, I know, but I don't want to say that.
You gotta make a pick.
Oh, that's right. I'm going with Britt Baker. I'm sticking with her.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Yep. Then we will see Kenny Omega and the Good Brothers take on Jon Moxley, Pac, and Rey Fenix. Good Lord God in heaven, this match is going to be insane. Anyone doesn't think so? I have nothing for you. This match is going to be off the chain.
Yeah, I think so too.
Chain.
This is almost an easy pick for me, though. I think that Kenny and the Good Brothers break away by pinning Rey. And it's going to be like a pin and run. They're not going to stick around because it's going to be some sort of cheap interference that allows them to win by maybe Don Callis or something like that.
I could see it. As much as I want to see Mox, Pac, and Phoenix win, I'm going to stick with Kenny and the club as well. I just don't think it's going to happen. So we'll see where that goes. And then we have Lance Archer versus Eddie Kingston in a possible lumberjack match. This isn't officially announced yet from what Tyler and I were talking about earlier.
Yep,
so
we found a title card for it. So
yeah, there's a graphic for it. So whether a fan made this or it's an actual one, who knows? But there you go. There you have it. That might happen too. But I do imagine that the 6-man tag match will be the main event.
Yeah, this is obviously Murder Hawk. Like, he's got to win this match.
Oh yeah. He has to get the redemption here. So
all right. Well, I'm excited. Great. I hope you are too.
Hell yeah, man. There's a great night of AEW this last week. Next week is just going to be ridiculous. It's going to be so freaking good. I'm excited for that. So definitely check that out. And with that being said, we want to always remind you to please remember we are not a market substitute for AEW's Dynamite. Please go watch Dynamite live every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the TNT Network. Check it out. Like it. You'll love it. If you love podcasts, visit clovercrestmedia.com for a wide selection of great shows covering sports, business, relationships, pop culture, politics, and true crime. There are over 28 shows on the hashtag CMG Network, and if you don't find one you like, you can start one of your own. We can help you launch your podcast for as little as $15 per month. Visit clovercrestmedia.com. That is the website to check out, and make sure you check it out and tell your friends all about it. You can visit clovercrestmedia.com and click on the link for your latest favorite CMG Sports podcast, as well as blogs, videos, and latest information. And with that being said, we hope you enjoyed episode 26 of Crossome Wrestling Entertainment. That's Tyler Bard. I'm Noah Cross. We'll see you same time, same place for more CWE. Have a good one.
You're listening to the Crossome Wrestling Entertainment Podcast.